Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Poison here, me, myself, and I back at it again with another video. And today's video, I actually want to discuss something that I've actually missed out. Something important that needs to be taken away from connections. So a little while ago, I actually made a video now talking about the things that I would like to see in Naruto Storm Connections. Now, it wasn't just the things I wanted to see, but it's all the things that you guys want to see, because I've taken all of the combined answers and stuff, and I've picked and chose some of the things that should have been included in that video, and then I made a direct video to Bandai and CC2 with the results and the things that I think should sensibly be in the next Naruto Storm Connections game. However, I have mistakenly missed one thing, so I figured I'd make a video about it now. So the thing I missed was Dashcut. Yes, that horrible thing, Dashcut. That horrible support typing that none of us like at all. So let's get into Dashcut and why it should be taken out of Storm Connections if support types will be coming back. Dashcut is a support type that will allow the player to have one of their supports jump in the way when the opponent chakra dashes at them. Basically, this will only trigger once the storm gauge is active, like all support roles, but this support role in particular is very good at obstructing any forms of approach. Now, I say any forms of approach, I was probably exaggerating. I just generally mean chakra dashing. The whole point of a dash cut is that it cuts your dashes. Literally, that is literally what it is for. So if you do a regular ninja dash or a chakra dash, it will stop it entirely and shut down your whole approach. So why is dash cut a problem? So generally, as you can see in the background footage I have here of myself and Sunny and Slayer playing, you can see that the both of us use chakra dashing quite a lot as a form of approach. Not only us, but literally everybody who plays this game, including you watching this. When you play a Storm, you gotta admit, when you approach your opponent, you do use chakra dashing relentlessly. It is a fluid piece of movement that we use to approach. We also use it as a way to disengage in Evo, because it is actually like viable now. However, back chakra dashes don't trigger dash cut, only forward ones do. Right now, it just kind of speaks for itself with the amount of chakra dashing that myself and Sani is doing in these fights. You can see why it would be a problem. I've actually provided some footage here of how it can be a problem. It's very simple, very basic footage, but this actually goes a long way. And if you actually watch some very competitive first to 10 sets where there is no rules and people are using the likes of Choji or any type of dash cut support, you can see that people will just pick the likes of Danzo or Shino or anybody that has a good long range starting attack, and the dash cut will basically just do the work for them. Here's the footage here. As you can see, I'm playing Shino, and all I gotta do is just stand anywhere out in the neutral. My opponent just has to chakra dash me and I can just start smashing square. Very brain dead, no thought whatsoever, and they get caught by it because the likes of Choji is making it possible for me. I've even made sure to mix it up with the likes of Naruto as well, just by mashing circle. As you can see, he dashes into the dash cut, I can mash circle, I win the engage. That's forcing the opponent to, you know, waste a sub. Now, if CC2 or Bandai happen to be watching this, I'm sure the one thought that's going to be going through the head was, oh, well, we fixed this during a patch in 2016 because we noticed that dash cut, the support type, was getting up too quickly from the ground. So we fixed this by extending the period of time the dash cut support was on the ground. Yeah, people didn't like this. The reason why is because people found a way around it of then switching to the dash cut character if the support gauge is full, and then switching back off of them, which would then reset them back into the support lines or whatever you want to call it, off the screen, in the hammer space, whatever you want to call it, right? It doesn't really matter that they're not down on it for a longer period of time, because you could then switch to them and then switch back. And then when the opponent is aggressively C-dashing at them, Choji is just gonna come in and ruin the whole thing, as usual. That is my explanation as to why I think that dash cut should be taken out of connections, or why nobody wants to see it return in connections. Honestly, don't want to see it. I don't want to put up with it. I personally don't want to see it. I know that everybody who watches this video and is going to comment on this video 100% agree with me. And if you made it this far in the video, please be sure to tell me that you agree with what I'm saying, because dash cut needs to be taken out. But simply put, dash cut actually ruins the fundamental way that the game is played on a fun yet competitive level. So not only am I talking in lieu for the competitive players, what I do in my videos is that I try to talk in terms of every type of person that would play this game. So the casual players, the competitive, those that just play it as like a party game on a drinking night or whatever. Dashcut is the support type that literally takes the fun away from everybody. It has been complained about over the years. Even when it was seen as the guard type in previous Storm games, people purposely chose to never pick guard type because it did ruin the flow of the match. It would give players an unfair advantage. When both players picked Dashcut on the team, it was literally a game of chicken to see who could literally chakra dash first and give up a substitution first, thus then having to revert back to regular neutral gameplay. So Dashcut, don't see the point in it being the game. Nobody wants it in the game. With the modded version of Naruto Storm 4 and Naruto Storm 4 Evo, the developers there have done a very good job of taking it out of the game and replacing it with the other pre-existing support types, and even made a new support type. I made a video on that as well, to counter it, and I think it is a genius idea, and I think that is what Storm Connections need. CC2, Bandai, whoever is in charge of support roles or whatever development that is in the game, please consider this and take it out, because I'm telling you, everybody that plays your game from 2016 to now is still saying we do not like Dashcut, we do not want it in the game, and everybody would be much happier. I'm pretty sure Storm Connections longevity would be very well and very healthy if something like Dashcut wasn't in the game. But yep, that's all I want to talk about. That's literally everything I had to say. Get rid of Dashcut. We don't like it. I provided examples and I gave a very good reason as to why it shouldn't be in the game. It's just not great. And that is everything. Be sure to drop a comment into the comment section below about your views and your opinions on Dashcut and why you would want it taken out of the game. And let's show Bandai and CC2 why we actually want to get rid of it so we can make Storm Connections a great game. We want to help CC2 and Bandai not make any mistakes with this game. Anyways, it's been your boy Poison Akami. John there.